let's just get this out of the way. Let's just flush this down the toilet. What did you say your name was, sir, from Wyoming? Mike. All right, go ahead, Mike.
I just called to make fun of you guys.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all can hang up now because you're cowards.
All right, thank you. Is that it?
You're going to hang up probably because you won't debate me.
Well, if you keep saying I'm going to hang up, doesn't that kind of make me want to hang up? What do you want to debate, sir?
So, Mike, you don't want to actually contribute to any education, enlightenment of anyone. You want to call to make, quote, as you've just said, to make fun of someone that you may not agree with, but you'll bring actually no credible evidence or no actual information to the table to enlighten anyone.
What's the topic that you would like to discuss, Mike?
What should we talk about? The Bilderbergers?
What about the Bilderberg?
They're trying to kill us?
What about them?
You believe that?
Do I believe that the Bilderberg group is trying to kill us? That's a pretty generic statement. What's your point?
So let me ask you, what do you know about their creators? What do you know about their intentions? What do you know about the stated goals of this group? What do you know about the membership that's involved, the capacities that they do control people's lives, the interconnections that they have to socialist, communist, and Nazi organizations? Also,
I know nothing, just like you know nothing.
No,
they don't do anything.
You're incorrect. You don't know what I know, sir. Because if I brought you to some of the people I work with, you'd take a crap in your pants like a 2-year-old in his diapers. Okay? You have no idea what I've seen in my life. So don't tell me what I know. Okay? You need to read a few books and educate yourself about what's really taking place in the world.
Yeah.
Because
I've read books. So who have you worked with?
Yeah, I was a priest in the Church of Satan appointed by Anton LaVey himself. And you have no idea what goes on in the corridors of power and the levels of occult organization and the levels of occult interconnections between groups like this. You have zero idea.
Hold on a second. Okay? You said you were a priest in the Church of Satan?
Yeah, if you understood anything about the work that I've been doing for years,
insane,
the background that I have in the dark occult, you would already understand that and know it.
What?
You're a nut.
Okay, thank you for your ad hominem fallacies and your name calling. Anything else before I hang up on you? It really is a waste of time.
This guy said he was a priest in the Church of Satan.
Yeah, what about
how much can you be?
Yeah, which is an organization that is a filtration system for psychopaths to come up into their levels of organization within the institutions that these occultists work through. But you don't understand that hierarchical structure and compartmentalized structure. You think it doesn't exist. You think it doesn't exist.
Can you give me an example, please?
An example of what?
Of all this crap you just said.
An example of what?
I don't know what he's saying. Mark, I think we're just going to work up for nothing.
I'm trying to explain to you the hierarchical way that these institutions work behind the scenes to bring people up who have ideological similarities to them and have psychopathic tendencies so that they can work them into certain positions of power so that they are actually controlling all of that influence. That's how they control whole societies. But that is a non-reality to you because you can't think in a big picture scenario. You can't understand tapestry. You're not looking at holistic systems. You don't understand systems dynamics. Okay? Your mind doesn't operate at that level, and that's why they own you.
I think there are many callers on the line that deserve more of our airtime. Thanks for your call. All right.
There is what the dark occultists call the dead.
Yeah.
That's what they call an individual like that. Another name they have for them is simply the unbegun, because this is a person who has not even begun on the path to even see anything about what's really taking place in their reality. They are completely uninitiated. They have absolutely no idea and cannot fathom at all the level of control that their minds are even under.
Yeah, I think he's just calling just to pick a fight. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. Hey,
this is still a person living in this system of tyranny and enslavement. He's a physical being just like we are, and yet he loves his enslavement.
I don't think he really believes it, though. I think he does it just for the sake of, the effect. So I don't know.
Maybe he's a psychological infant who cannot grasp or doesn't want to acknowledge the level of control that he's currently living under, like an animal that is being kept on a farm and getting ready to be herded into a slaughterhouse. And he just is too much of a psychological baby to even grasp that fact and to acknowledge it and admit it to himself, because then you'd have to actually get up off of your lard ass instead of sitting on your couch eating GMO food and watching football games, and actually do something.
Speaking of diet, Mark.
A real man is somebody who steps up, speaks the truth, and actually does something and acts toward right. Unlike you, who is a kept pet. And if you want to talk about ad hominem attacks, there's one. Sir, whoever you are a kept pet. How about that ad hominem?